Díomh Charja agus fáilte gon clice ceathrú cheanna seo in éideann Ballymacnab agus Granemore. Good evening, folks, and you're all very welcome to this Armagh Senior Tmet Senior Football Championship quarter-final between Granemore and Ballymacnab tonight. We're slightly behind on the throw-in time. It's about 7 minutes past 7 in the Cathedral City here, and the teams are about to enter into the action. Just the team news for you. There are two changes to the advertised Ballymacnab team. We'll run through both teams for you now. For Ballymacnab, number 1 Sean Hughes, number 2 Chris Loughran, number 3 Rory Gribben, and in left corner back wearing number 17 Kevin Beggan. Number 5 for Ballymacnab, James Gray, 6 Michael Beggan, 7 Dominic McParland, 8 Ryan Kennedy, 9 Tony McKee, 10 Damien McGowan, 11 Brian McCone, 12 Pádraig Gribben, 13 Rory Grugan, 14 at full forward wearing number 20 is Jack Grugan, and at number 15 Joe Gribben as Granemore begin the attack, and that ball's played down towards the corner. That's as far as Caelan Rafferty, the Armagh star. He's back to Tony McClelland. Now we have Christopher O'Connor on the ball, showing lots of trademark pace early on, and that ball just dropped into the keeper's hands. The Granemore team tonight: number 1 Kevin Kelly, 2 Pádraig Hollywood, 3 Darren Carr, 4 Dara Rafferty, 5 Tony McClelland, 6 Brendan Doyle, 7 Michael McKenna, 8 Kieran Toner, 9 Brendan Boylan, 10 Barry Toner, 11 Declan Doyle, 12 Shane Rafferty, 13 Ryan Rafferty, 14 Caelan Rafferty, 3 Raffertys in a row there, number 15 Christopher O'Connor. With about 50 seconds played here in the athletic grounds, Ballymacnab play a long searching ball forward. Looked like there might possibly be a foul there, but referee Ollie Herty has decided to wave play on. Shane Rafferty there has won a free for Granemore, and that'll be taken by Tony McClelland. I'd like to thank you all, of course, for joining us here on Armagh TV. Thank you for making your donation of £1, and we're very grateful to have you along. We hope you enjoy the game. The game is being broadcast live due to popular demand, and we hope that all folks at home and abroad are enjoying the game, as Oliver Herty has penalised Tony McClelland for taking too long about the throw, and the Joe Gribben now on the attack for Ballymacnab. There's now an opportunity for Damien McGowan. Still Ballymacnab looking dangerous at this stage, slightly bottled up there, the forward, and Granemore look to emerge with the ball. Granemore playing, and that's possibly a late challenge there, but the referee's allowed play on. James Gray with the ball, he's transferred it, and the kick is from Gribben. It's from Joe Gribben, and that's been dealt with by the Kevin Kelly in the Granemore goal, picked up by Darren Carr. Possibly side out of a late challenge. Tony McClelland with the ball. He's been on the ball a lot in the latter stages, and he tries to restore a degree of normality to what had become a frantic period of the game. And Granemore tried to build an attack through Michael McKenna down the terrace side of the goal. It's come as far as Christopher O'Connor playing a slightly withdrawn role. The ball's pumped in long. Well won. That's Shane Rafferty on the ball. He's had an effort, and Rafferty's effort has dropped just to the right and wide. Left and wide, actually, as we look at it here. Folks, we're delighted to have you along, and don't be afraid to let us know what you're making of the game so far. On Twitter, we're available at armagh_gaa, or you can also log on and leave your comments at www.armagh-gaa.net on the forum, or at the part of the website /Armagh TV. You can leave your comments on Facebook or on the forum. And we have a few comments already. Gavin McParland, I'm sure Gavin would love to be out here tonight in the athletic grounds. Unfortunately, he switched the athletic grounds for New York City on the probably Saturday afternoon over there. And I'm sure Gavin's tuned in very intently, and he's looking forward to the game and hoping that his Ballymacnab comrades can do the business for him tonight. As James Gray passes the ball on there, there's a fairly heavy challenge shipped there. And Oliver Herty hasn't penalised the Granemore man, I'm not sure he's given a sideline or a free kick. In any event, it'll be Ballymacnab through their centre half back, Michael Beggan, who will restart the game. Beggan plays a long ball forward. Possibly a high challenge there, yes, that's been penalised on Damien McGowan. That's in as far as Jack Gribben, his older brother Rory, is playing a corner forward. He's full forward, and that ball's gone wide. Jack Gribben actually scored a point when only a minor in the senior championship semi-final between these two teams in 2011. Grugan. Jack Grugan there. Apologies for slip of the tongue. Of course, it was Jack Grugan who scored the point against the Granemore late on in the 2011 semi-final. Played 4 minutes here, folks. Scoreless between the teams. As Gavin Kelly goes to kick this ball out. And that's almost well fielded there by Shane Rafferty, but Brendan Doyle emerges with it for Granemore. And this ball's gone as far as Joe Gribben. Between the Gribbens and the Grogans, we're struggling. I'm struggling in the initial stages, but this is very much Rory Grugan. He's transferred it. Opportunity, and it's gone just wide. Porrick Gribben flashed that ball into the side netting, and that was a real opportunity. Arguably, he might have wanted to fist the ball over the bar there, but he went for the goal and unfortunately wasn't able to quite achieve the shot that he needed. We have Shane Doherty's watching us in the Moy, suggesting that watching an Armagh match in that particular Tyrone stronghold is something of a cross that he has to bear. But certainly we're glad to have you along, Shane, and we hope that you enjoy the match. Kevin Kelly with the kick out here for Granemore. He's kicked a long, booming kick out towards the middle, and wonderfully fielded in midfield there by Granemore. It was a fantastic catch there from Tony McClelland. Granemore tacking down the terrace side of the... from Barry Toner with the effort. Oh, that's gone wide. So no score at this stage. We played 6 minutes in the athletic grounds. Sean Hughes with the kick out here. Long kick out down. Feeding off the scraps, and now the break ball's been won very effectively by Brendan Boylan. That'll be Tony McClelland with the free kick. Played down towards Ryan Rafferty, but the ball's gone out, and that'll be a Ballymacnab sideline. Ball kicked in, that's poorly delivered, and there's a chance to break here by Keelan Rafferty. He's just stopped in his tracks, and it looks like it's going to be free into Granemore, it seems. So this is a decent opportunity for Barry Toner here. He's placing the ball on the ground. Looks like he's going to have a shot at goal. Now going to take it from his hands. Emma McClelland's wishing Granemore good luck tonight, and certainly the opportunity to get the first score of the game here from Barry Toner. That kick has sailed over the bar, and that's the opening score. 7 minutes and 15 seconds into the game, and Granemore take the lead through a Barry Toner free. Ball kicked out, and Ballymacnab attacked down the stand side of the pitch. Excellent work there from Michael Began. He's transferred that to Ryan Kennedy. Kennedy back to Began. Began advances towards goal. Porrick Gribben now on the ball. Gribben again. Ball's broken down. Began again. Porrick Gribben with the effort, but that's gone wide. Ballymacnab missing a few chances in the early stages here. Keelan McClelland is describing this weekend as a football-a-thon, and he says that this is continuing with the real deal, the NAB versus Granemore, courtesy of Armagh-gaa, and we're delighted to have you along with us, Keelan. Of course, excellent crowd here in the athletic grounds tonight. This is a real local rivalry now between these two teams. Very much a derby fixture. Ball broken. It's Ballymacnab again. Long ball played down towards the corner. It's been deflected away, and that'll be a Ballymacnab sideline. Acute angle here. It's about 13 metres from the goal over on the sideline. Looks like Rory Grugan's going to have play the ball in. That's the on-rushing Tony McKee, and that's over the bar. Excellent point there from Tony McKee for Ballymacnab, and we're level scores here after 9 minutes in the athletic grounds. 1 point apiece. Barry Toner free has just been equalised by Tony McKee. Expecting a very tight match here tonight. The bookmakers make Granemore slight favourites. I would have thought that's probably as a result of their impressive victory over league leaders, the Harps, in the first round. Certainly they were outsiders that night, but they triumphed very impressively by 6 or 7 points against the Harps a few Friday nights ago. And they attacking with menace here, Granemore. And the kick, and that's an excellent effort. That's been chipped over the bar. Christopher O'Connor delighted with that effort. Excellent score for Granemore. Nip and tuck here in the early stages at the athletic grounds. Kevin Hughes is watching in the dark at 4 in the morning in Brisbane in Oz, far away in Australia, and he says, come on Granemore, as that ball's caught effectively by Shane Rafferty. Caelan Rafferty on the ball now. Plenty of Raffertys playing for Granemore tonight. The ball's fired towards the corner to Ryan Rafferty again, but Ryan won't be able to get to that one. And it's Kevin Began, who has over on the terrace side a defensive sideline kick, but he's only kicked it as far as Barry Toner. Barry Toner, Granemore over on the far side. That's an audacious effort. It looks like Granemore or Ballymacnab will be able to emerge from defence. That's Rory Gribben advancing forward from full back. He's certainly out of his comfort zone at this stage, but he's looking all right. Ryan Kennedy on the ball now. Kennedy has Rory Gribben in space, but he looks for a interesting option in Rory Grugan. Rory Grugan from way out the field. He's had an effort, but that's gone wide. And in fact, we have a player colliding with a set of goals a set of children's goals that were there for earlier on in the day, and thankfully there seems to have been no injury caused. Congratulations, by the way, to the Derry Noose under-16s who triumphed in the county final that we had earlier on in the athletic grounds on the scoreline of Derry Noose 2-17, Armagh-gaa Hollands 3-7. So congratulations to Derry Noose on that one. 12 minutes played. The match, we're awaiting some sort of rhythm from the game here. It's fairly scrappy, not the greatest of quality, but I mean I suppose you expect that in tight derby affairs such as these. And we have a change on the Granemore team. Shane Rafferty has been substituted. And we have on number 20, who is Philip McBurney. So we have Philip McBurney on for Shane Rafferty. Early substitution. Shane Rafferty looked like he was struggling with an injury there, so I'm sure that is the explanation for that. Ryan Kennedy here. But we've had to stop play. Kieran Toner, the Armagh County star, is down with an injury at this stage, and the Ballymacnab players seem quite concerned about him. They called immediately for some assistance to Kieran, so hopefully Kieran will be able to come on to recover to play a full part in this game, but doesn't look too good for him just at the moment. Worrying times these for Granemore. They have a 1 point lead, but certainly Kieran Toner, very, very important player for them. Nip and tuck in the early stages here at the athletic grounds in front of a fine crowd. Certainly these two teams, no love lost between them. Granemore have been very much a coming side in Armagh football. They've reached a couple of semi-finals in recent times. Would have really been hoping to have made the county final in 2011. They certainly would have been a huge disappointment when probably slightly unfancied Ballymacnab team beat them in that semi-final with a couple of late goals. But Granemore will be hoping to set things right here tonight and to move on into the semi-finals. Of course, we have a huge weekend of football here on Armagh TV. At 2 p.m. tomorrow we have the clash of St Patrick's and Sarsfield, and then at 3:45 is the turn of Mahary and Carrickcruppen to take on to face each other in competitive championship action. So we're certainly looking forward to those games, and we hope you'll be able to join us tomorrow afternoon, and we thank you very much for having joined us this evening. Of course, last night we had the game, what turned out to be a slightly disappointing game from a neutral perspective between Crossmaglen and Pearshows. Crossmaglen turned out to be very comfortable winners. Kieran Toner still seems in a little trouble here. Physio has been quite a lengthy stoppage here, and at this stage you'd have to be slightly concerned as to his prospects for continuing on in this first half, in this championship match. He's getting to his feet now fairly gingerly. This player has had his injury problems throughout the year, but he's walking fairly smoothly at this stage. I think he's certainly going to try his best to continue. That's the first lengthy stoppage of the match. We played 16 minutes here in the athletic grounds. And the ball will start with a Granemore kick. They can't, about 50 metres from goal, though, of course, because it was stopped for injury, they can't have a shot at goal. And that ball's been played down into the corner, and that's a decent effort from the Ballymacnab midfielder, but it's just gone wide. Ryan Kennedy's shot there looked very, very, very close there, but just the umpires have waved it wide. The margin couldn't have been too great. Indeed, there's some speculation in the press box here that if Hawkeye was available here in the athletic grounds, they might well have wanted to have a look at that one. I'm sure the umpires are closer than us, and they both agreed, both fairly confident that the ball was wide. 17 minutes played here in the athletic grounds. The ball boomed out towards the middle, breaks past everybody, and Brendan Boylan tries to break onto it. Boylan plays it over to Barry Toner. Granemore attacking down the terrace side of the pitch, and that they're trying to release Christopher O'Connor. Christopher O'Connor looked dangerous in the early stages. Don't forget, folks, let's get the comments into us on Twitter at armagh_gaa. www.armagh-gaa.net/armagh-TV is a comment facility there. Facebook and on the forum, and we'll hope to read out as many as possible. Kieran McCready's watching in Drumbreda tonight again, and he wants to wish his club Armagh Harps all the best in their last league match against Mahary. That's certainly a very crucial game to decide the destination of the senior league, as Darren Kiar advances. He's advanced well up the pitch at this stage, the corner back, and he went to deliver but Barry Toner's helped him out there, and his fist pass has gone astray. Scrappy game in the early stages here. We've played 18 minutes. 2 points to Granemore, 1 point to Ballymacnab. McNab still went forward. As Rory Grugan, he's transferred to Paul Grimman, and Oliver Herty appears to have made a decision, and it looks like it's going to be Ballymacnab free, about 43 or 44 metres from goal, dead straight in front of the posts. Ballymacnab will be hopeful of pretty much being placed on the 45 metre line. Decent opportunity this, certainly by no means a gimme, but I'll be hoping to make a decent effort at it. This to equalise at 2 points all. And that ball's gone wide by Brian McCone. suppose after 20 minutes, you'd think it is a fairly low-scoring game, but I suppose realistically you have to expect that when you have a local derby between two teams. I suppose in these games, so the cliche is that the fear of losing overtakes affairs, but certainly with a very, very tight game here. Or perhaps that's a good thing after last night, somewhat of an anti-climax between Pearse Oaks and Crossmaglen last night. I certainly don't think I'll be talking throughout the second half, talking about a game that's over. As Philip McBurney, possibly his first touch of the game, that's a long ball played in effectively to Barry Toner. Barry Toner's been on the ball an awful lot in the early stages, and Barry Toner has kicked his second point of the match. It's Granemore's third point of the game, and it's Granemore 3 points, Ballymacnab a point. Barry Toner in excellent form in the early stages here. Well caught again, Barry Toner. He scored the point at one end. Now he's catching the ball in midfield. That's a pass gone slightly astray, but Brenton Doyle will be able to pick that up. Granemore attack, a fair bit of space here in midfield. Run into a little trouble there, did Kieran Toner. Looks to have shaken off that injury, thankfully. Tony McClelland here. Tony McClelland's delivered the ball long. That's down towards Declan Doyle. Declan Doyle has it. Doyle's recycled the ball well. Barry Toner again. Toner cuts inside. Well defended there. And Ballymacnab will emerge there with Kevin Began. The ball's been played out. Ryan Kennedy on the ball now. He's attacking down the terrace side of the pitch. Porrick Gribben now. Slow, ponderous attack this from Ballymacnab, with the ball's kicked long at this stage. And it's perhaps going to miss, but no. Here's Rory Grugan advances towards goal. He's soloed. He's been very unselfish. It's back to Grugan, and it's into the back of the net. And that's a goal. Rory Grugan got the goal. Absolutely excellent play. It looked like Ballymacnab had been very, very ponderous at the beginning of that move. Ponderous up to midfield, but when they played the ball, they played the long ball forward. It bounced over a couple of defenders and attackers, but Rory Grugan latched onto possession. He played a very neat one too. He got the ball back, and he had the simplest of tasks to finish from barely 1 metre out. So that's an excellent goal now for Ballymacnab. The score here in the Athletic Grounds is Granemore 3 points, Ballymacnab 1-1. Very much brotherly love there. It was Rory Grugan burst through, played the ball to Jack. Jack knew rightly that he had to give the ball back to the older brother, and it was Rory who finished the ball to the net for a much needed goal by Ballymacnab. 1-1 to 3 points here. That's ball, Rory Gribben. Rory Gribben has got the better of that tussle. Referee Oliver Herty has awarded a free. Ball played across the defence to goalkeeper Sean Hughes. Sean Hughes on the ball. He's fairly comfortable in possession, and that's to Kevin Began. Kevin Began advancing down the stand side. Plays the ball to midfield towards Joe Gribben. Gribben's transferred there to the onrushing Porrick Gribben. Porrick Gribben's, that's lost almost, but well recovered there by Darren Carr. Tony McClelland there, and he's transferred that ball to Porrick Hollywood. And now here's still Hollywood bursting forward into the challenges of 3 Ballymacnab men, but out now to Caelan Rafferty, who's played in a withdrawn role for Ballymacnab. Rafferty attacking down the terrace side of the pitch. Still Caelan Rafferty, the Armagh star, looking menacing here. He's had a pop at the goals, but that's gone wide. So, Ballymacnab 1-1. Granemore 3 points. We've played 23 minutes here at the Athletic Grounds. We hope you're enjoying the footage on Armagh TV. Of course, tomorrow at 2 o'clock St Patrick's will be playing Sarsfields, and at 3:45 we'll have a clash of Carrickcroppen and Mahary. As Sean Hughes kicks the ball out towards midfield, he's aiming that at Tony McKee, but that's been caught very effectively by Brendan Boylan. Brendan Boylan's played a long ball forward to Barry Toner. Barry Toner on the ball constantly, it seems, in this first half. That's Christopher O'Connor. Christopher O'Connor jinking. He's jinking one way, jinking the other. He's on the ball, solos it now. Not quite sure what to do, but he's looking very dangerous here as O'Connor. He's made the space for the shot, but unfortunately, by the time he made the space, the shot wasn't what he would have hoped for, and that's been well fielded by Sean Hughes. Sean Hughes out to, I think, Padraig Gribbon there. Ballymacnab playing fairly deep at this stage. Of only 3 attacking players in the Granemore half, but that's been a decent ball. Perhaps they're trying to isolate the dangerous Grugan brothers up front, and that's Rory Grugan. The crowd were suggesting that ball had been lifted from the ground. Referee Oliver Herty didn't agree, and that is Ryan Kennedy with an effort, and that is sailed wide. Get the comments in, folks. Twitter at armagh_gaa, www.armagh-gaa.net/armagh-TV, on our Facebook page and on our forum. And we're delighted, of course, to be here with these games live on Armagh TV and streaming from the athletic grounds. Ball kicked out by Kevin Kelly there from Granemore. Broken play here in midfield. Michael McKenna on the ball for Granemore. Has played again to Barry Toner. Toner's well marshalled at this stage. He's fisted the ball, but that wasn't the most effective of fist passes, as Joe Gribbon picks the ball up for Ballymacnab. Long ball played down towards Jack Grugan. Jack was involved in the goal there. He's out about 65 metres from his from the goal. Ryan Kennedy on the ball. That's played long, dangerous towards Brian McCone, but the excellent work there from Padraig Hollywood, that's been knocked out, and Desi McDonald has awarded a sideline there to the Ballymacnab men. Desi McDonald, of course, in the Clevie club, and it's probably worth at this stage pointing out that Armagh legend Stephen McDonald, as we speak, is playing his last ever game of Gaelic football in against Drummond T in the Armagh Senior League tonight. And what a servant he's been. But that ball's been dropped down. Oh, and almost a goal! And I'm sure that Kevin Kelly put the heart across the Granemore supporters here tonight. A ball came in. It looked like an innocuous enough one. Looked like one the goalkeeper was going to deal with fairly convincingly. But the ball, it spilled out, and Rory Grugan was on hand. I think it bounced off Rory and went wide. But certainly Kevin Kelly will feel that he's a very, very fortunate man at the minute. We've played 27 minutes here in the athletic grounds. Ballymacnab have only scored twice. One of those scores has been a crucial goal, and that was almost their third score and a second crucial goal. But somewhat of an escape there for Granemore. Kevin Kelly recovers his composure and kicks the ball out to midfield. Excellent catch there by Brendan Boylan. He's playing very well here in the first half. Advancing forward here, Caelan Rafferty. Rafferty's played the ball forward, but that's been cut out by the Ballymacnab defence. And it's bounced there, but that's Dominic McParland clearing things up. And Ballymacnab work their way out of defence. They lead here by a point in the athletic grounds. That's a long ball towards Rory Grugan. Will he get to it? He does. Excellent pace there from Grugan. He's beaten 2 men. He's a fair distance from goal, but he's advancing fairly menacingly. He's had an effort. Brother tries to cut it out, but that's harmless at this stage. And down the stand side of the pitch, Ryan Rafferty here. Ryan Rafferty evading 2 or 3 challenges. Plays an excellent ball there to Brendan Boylan. Brendan Boylan with a long ball pumped forward. Here it is, that's an excellent, and it's Christopher O'Connor again. Christopher O'Connor, he's cut inside his man. Excellent opportunity. O'Connor's going towards goal. He's tapped the ball over the bar. An excellent score from Christopher O'Connor there. That's his second of the night from Clay. 2 from Christopher O'Connor, 2 from Barry Toner, and that's the equalising score here. It's Granemore 4 points, Ballymacnab 1-1. Wonderful player to watch in full flow there, Christopher O'Connor. Going left and right, comfortable on either side, giving his marker all sorts of trouble, and an excellent score. All kicked out by Sean Hughes. We're a minute of normal time to play here in the first half here in the athletic grounds. That's Damien McGowan on the ball. That's been all played way across to Michael Beckin. Michael Beckin's got to do very well, but he has done very well to catch that ball and give it to James Gray. James Gray plays a long ball down towards Rory Grugan. Has gone down there, but the referee Oliver Herty isn't interested. and has been picked up, however, by Desi McDonald's given the sideline ball. Ballymacnab tried to advance there, but the sideline had already been called, and it'll be Granemore have the opportunity to clear their lines. Izzy is posted on the message board here. Nabmen, Paul Kennedy, Ryan Harvey, Granemore man Barry O'Callaghan, and Oma man Cathal Donnelly, who's obviously the referee. They're sitting up in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, enjoying the live stream, and we're delighted to have the four men along there, and the best luck to Cathal Donnelly trying to sort out the fights in the second half, particularly if this gets very close as Tony McClelland kicks the ball down the line. And this will be a sideline ball to Ballymacnab. We've played the full 30 minutes the first half, so there was, as you recall, a lengthy enough injury to Kieran Toner earlier in the match, so we'll maybe expect 2 or 3 minutes as Michael Began picked up the ball there and transferred it. And Ballymacnab attacked down the terrace. 2 minutes of injury time in the first half here. Porrick Gribben heads down the line. Porrick Gribben still goes. Porrick Gribben he's passed it down to Ryan Kennedy, the midfielder, and that's been a free. Ollie Hurty's awarded a free about 30, maybe 25 metres from 2 minutes. Yeah, 2 minutes of injury time to be played here. It's a very, very difficult free. I think that's Brian McCone. Yes, it's Brian McCone who's headed over there. He's maybe only a yard or two, plays it short there, but I don't think his teammates realised that Brian McCone was going to do that, and a bit of miscommunication there in the Ballymacnab team, and that's slightly costly. And Granemore, long ball pumped forward very effectively, and now it's Granemore to attack. Barry Toner was on the ball there, and that's been played out to Christy O'Connor again. Christopher O'Connor, that's an excellent pass. He's found a man superbly in space there. A dangerous attack at stage. The ball's gone on the ground. Ballymacnab men diving in. They dived in a second time, perhaps to touch the ball on the ground, but again the referee hasn't given that, and Ballymacnab looked to have cleared the danger, and they advance out of defence with 30 seconds I think to play here in injury time in the athletic grounds at Ballymacnab. Possibly the last opportunity. That's Porrick Gribben heading down. Porrick Gribben about 45 metres out. He's looking for some support. Gribben, he has a man on his outside. Ball's played played towards the centre, and that's excellent work there. And here is Brian McCone, and McCone very much makes up for. He made a slight error with that free kick a minute or so ago, but Brian McCone with an excellent effort there. That's the point for Ballymacnab. That puts them 1-2 to 4 points ahead here. We've played 32 minutes in the athletic grounds, and it looks like that will be the score that sends the Ballymacnab men in ahead at the break. I'm not sure that when Kevin Kelly kicks this ball out that Ollie Hurtley's going to add on too much more time. Hurtley signals to Kelly to kick the ball out. Kelly kicks it out towards midfield with maybe a second or two more here to play. As Granemore over here on the stand side in front of us. Brendan Boylan looked like he lifted that from the ground. I know the referee couldn't really see it. Stephen McKinney hasn't awarded anything, the linesman, and I think Ollie's going to throw the ball up. He's played 30 seconds over the allotted 2. Of course, they always announce that it's at least 2 minutes, so Ollie's well within his rights to add a few seconds if he feels that it's justified. And I would have thought this will be the last play of the half. Ollie's thrown it in there. Superb catch from Kieran Toner, rather. Kieran Toner, the Armagh County stalwart. He's been playing for Armagh, I think, since 2007. 6 years of great distinction in the orange jersey. Long ball played down towards, and it's been broken away, and that'll be Damien McGeown onto it for Ballymacnab. And certainly Ollie Hurtley's now played almost 3.5 minutes. He signalled for 2. There wasn't really an injury after the signal, so I'm surprised he's playing so long. But Porrick Gribben wants to try, and Porrick Gribben's taken full advantage of the extra minute or two there. Possibly slightly controversial. That ball went over the bar after 3 minutes and 30 seconds of the first half. It signalled 2. Gribben certainly wasn't asking any questions. That was an excellent score, and the latter stages of the first half have been very profitable for the Ballymacnab men. They now lead by 2 points, 1-3 to 4 points in this derby match here in the athletic grounds. And certainly that goal seems to that goal certainly set them off. And referee Oliver Hurtley calls a halt to the first half. And here at the athletic grounds, the half-time score is Ballymacnab 1-3. Granemore, 4 points. Thanks very much for joining us for this first half on Armagh TV. Don't forget, folks, to get the comments in at armagh_gaa, www.armagh-gaa.net/Armagh TV. Get them on Facebook, get them on the forum, and don't forget, we're delighted to have you along. Thank you again for making the donation of £1 to watch the game here tonight. We're very, very grateful for to our kind donors, and we're delighted to be here and able to stream this match live. Don't forget also that we have the concluding two quarter-finals in the Armagh and the Tmet Armagh Senior Football Championship are on tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m. St Patrick's Cullyhanna plays Sarsfields, and at 3:45 it's the turn of Mahary to play Carrickcruppen, and we're certainly looking forward to those games. And after those two games concluded, we will have the semi-final draw live from the athletic grounds after the fourth of the quarter-finals. And thanks very much for joining us for the first half, and we'll just take a break now. And thank you very much. Slán Liv, Slán go Fáil.